This video was actually intended for Machinima Sports, and that's why you're going to hear me mentioning Machinima Sports in the video. However, it did not make it on, so I decided to upload it to my channel because it's still a really good video for people who played Gran Turismo 5. And I think it's a really good tutorial, so make sure you guys watch it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.
What's happening, guys? It's Stubbs here, and welcome to my very first video here on Machinima Sports, and it is a drifting tutorial for Gran Turismo 5. This has been asked by so many people, and I'm going to try and give it a go, so hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this and actually take something from it, and I hope it helps. So if it does help, make sure to give it a like, and I'll make some more videos for you guys. Anyway, let's get started. So first of all, what you need is an ideal car for drifting. So most likely it should be a rear-wheel drive car. You can try with four-wheel drive, but a rear-wheel drive car is going to do the job a lot easier. So here we go. I have a Mazda RX-7 Spirit R Type A, the FD3S model from the dealership, and as you can see, I just put some alloys on it and a wing as well. And there's my stats on the side, my performance and my status. So basically when I use it and everything. But anyway, that's it there. So now we go into the settings so I can show you guys exactly what I have done to it. I'll try to zoom into it so you guys can see. I have the Comfort soft tires because they're ideal for drifting. You can also use sports tires, but the Comfort tires are a lot easier to slide around with than the sports tires. So let's go into the brakes. I basically did not change at all. I just left them the way they are. The suspension, I bought the fully customizable kit. And I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to try to move through this very quickly, so if you guys haven't seen it, try to just like stop the video where it is so you guys can see all the numbers and everything. So I'm going to try to move it through. I'm going to try to move through this quite quickly so I can keep this video short enough. On the drivetrain, I bought the twin plate clutch, the semi-racing flywheel, the fully customizable slip differential. I didn't really need that. I can turn it off if I want to. I haven't done anything to it anyways. I haven't changed it at all. And also the carbon propeller shaft, which helps with the engine response. And now for the gearbox, for the transmission, I bought the fully customizable transmission. And basically those are the numbers there. They're not very, you don't have to be very specific. The car doesn't need to go at a very high speed, so you can try and bring this maximum speed down, because all you're going to do is just drift around some corners, and that's about it. Then from here on in, I just bought the very last thing that you can buy, like the most expensive thing that you can buy, except for the exhaust. The only thing I bought for the exhaust was the semi-racing titanium exhaust instead of the racing titanium exhaust, because I like the way it sounds. I like the way the car sounds better with the semi-racing, as you can see there. Okay, and now for, oops, missed one. For the intake, again, the sports manifold and the racing air filter. Okay, and then the sports ECU, the Spec 3 engine tuning, and I have done nothing with the power limiter. For the body and chassis, I lightened it up all the way fully. I did not use a I can't even remember what it's called, the strut bar, I think. I did not buy that because I just don't see the point of it. For the aerodynamics, bring the back down as far as you can, bring the wing down as far as you can, so you can get a lot of traction for the back wheels, because you do need to make the car drift. So here you go, here's the max power, the weight and the performance points, and the Comfort soft tires for the front and the rear. Okay, so that's basically it. That's all you need to know. Now, it's time to take the car to a track so you guys can start drifting. So the ideal track for this, for your first time to try and start learning how to drift, the ideal track for this is the Top Gear track, because it has a very long strip, like a runway strip, and it's very easy to try and learn how to drift right there. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to continue on the video to where I go on the track, and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what to do, and then at the end of the video I will put in a clip of me drifting around the Tsukuba track. I think that's what it's called. Should be here. Yeah, the Tsukuba track, the Tsukuba circuit, and I'll be doing a lap around it so you guys can see. Okay, so now and we're on the track. So basically I'm going to show you guys exactly how to drift. So as I said before, it has to be a manual car, so you can change gears whenever you want instead of whenever the car wants if you choose an automatic. And the way I drift is I use the analog for the steering instead of the buttons, and I also use the buttons on this side for the accelerator, the brake and the handbrake, and the reverse obviously. You can use this if you want to accelerate and to brake, but as I said, I just use the buttons. It's a lot easier for me. And the way I hold the buttons is basically with this part of my thumb here, where you like bend it like just the opposite side of the thumb. You keep it on the X button so then the top of the thumb can reach the square. And also for the circle button, all I do is I just slide over and I press the circle button. There's nothing to it. But anyway, basically the drifting is you have to control the amount of power it goes into the wheels, and also you have to control the car's direction by pointing the wheels the other way. Now I know that sounds kind of complicated, but it's a lot easier if you like just keep practicing, and you'll definitely get the hang of it. So now that we're on the Top Gear track, because it's the widest track here, basically just keep swaying your car from side to side and switch down to second gear and accelerate fully when you turn to your left or your right, depending on which way you want to drift. So accelerate fully and the car goes into a slide, and you have to push the analog the opposite direction of the way the car is going to turn, so you can control the car's direction, make it go straight. It's very, very simple, and all you have to do is just keep practicing and you'll definitely get the hang of it. But anyway, yeah, turn around here, go back on the main straight again. So basically, as I said, you have to control the power, and you also have to control the amount of steering needed to like basically go around the corner. So also the power, depending on what car it is, you can either fully accelerate it when you go into a drift, and you'll be able to control it just by tapping left and right of the analog. But if you want, you can just like tap the X button or just slightly press this up for the accelerator, so you can get the perfect or the optimal drift. For the steering, now here's the tricky bit. Some cars you can push it completely to the left and completely to the right, but most of the cars, most of the time on most of the rear wheel drive cars, it's a lot more difficult to control them, it's a lot more difficult to control them compared to the four-wheel drive cars, because the four-wheel drive cars, usually when you accelerate, the front wheels also activate, so you can slide in the drift without you having to control it as much. But as I said, with a rear-wheel drive, it's a little bit more difficult because you have to tap it left and right for it to turn. You can't just, as you can see at my controller, you have to tap it left and right instead of just fully pushing it left and right. So for example, if I push it left and right, that's just going to happen. If I just keep it in one direction, it's just going to go off the track and like hit off a wall. So that's about it. It's very, very simple. If you have any questions, just ask it in the comments below. I will reply back to you. And now at the end of this video, I'm just going to be putting out a short little video of me drifting around in the RX-7 on the Tsukuba track. Just like doing, like, I think it's about 2 laps or so. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.